Today I'm going to be bringing you my top 5 apps for 2018. Let's go. Number 1, Sun Surveyor. You've probably got an app like this on your phone already that tells you where the sun's going to go throughout the day. But I've tried a lot of them. They all tend to have a bit of a problem with them. They either don't do something very well or they just don't do it. And then I found Sun Surveyor, which does everything you could possibly want, and it does it incredibly well. Sun Surveyor tells you when golden hour is going to be, when blue hour is going to be, where the sun's going to be at what time of day. An amazing tool to help you get that golden hour that you want. But it does more than that. With a live camera view, you can move your camera through the sky and you will see the track of the sun as you do it, which when you're on set is so useful to figure out where the shadows are going to fall at what time. But if you want to get ahead of the game, you can even use Street View or Live Map to do it before you even get onto location. You can search where you're going to be and see what time you need to be there to make the most of the light. If you're an Apple fan, it's $9.99. If you're Android, it's $7.49. Don't ask me why. Or you can download the light version, which is free, but doesn't have anywhere near as many features. I think it's just got the one compass one. I recommend getting the full one for $9.99. It's so invaluable, just get it. Second app, Tinder. I recommend get 24Me. This app is your virtual PA. I don't want to spend any more time than I need to doing all my planning and organising because it's boring as I've got better things to do with my time. Maybe I want to go film that tree, who knows? The basic free app you can download does everything you'll need it to. You don't even need to bother upgrading to the premium account, I haven't. And in there you can have a calendar which syncs up to all your other calendars, so you don't have to bother entering in all your other past events that you've already put in your iCalendar, which you shouldn't have to begin with because it's terrible. There's a real nice to-do list feature where you write in there and you can just swipe across when it's done, but also throughout the day it will send you notifications telling you to do it. And yes, it is a bit like a nagging housemate, but that's what a good PA does. It nags you, it makes you do it. I've got about 20 different organisers with to-do lists and I don't bother doing any of them, just write new ones. Whereas this just tells me throughout the day, you've got to do that, you've got to do that. It's got a finance page which you can actually marry up to your bank account and pay your bills from, which is mental that a PA would have that, but it does. But a feature that most people won't appreciate, but a filmmaker really should, is the notes page. In there you can put a document with as much detailed writing as you want, but you can include photos, you can include locations, you can also tag in other emails and bring people into that. So you can make a pre-production pack on your phone. I just can't tell you how good this app is. Using the app can be a little bit frustrating at times, like there can be a bit of a lag or it's not the best layout in the world, particularly if you're creative like you and I, you know, you want it to look pretty, but just forget that. Just forget that for now. Download it, it's free, it's great. Now, I wasn't sure to put this app in here, but I thought, you know what, you're arty, you're creative, you probably want this app, because I looked for this app for a long time. Artemis Director's Viewfinder. Working as an independent filmmaker, I don't have time to get out all these different lenses, try them just to figure out the shot. Sometimes I just need to know what a shot's going to look like on what lens, on what camera. You know, trying to calculate the crop sensor factor versus the 18mm, what's that going to equate to. I haven't got time for that, I haven't got the brain space for it. What this app does is it lets you put in any camera that you have. It can be, you know, just a small DSLR Canon 550D, it could be an Arri Alexa, and any lens, and it will give you a view of how that will look on your phone. When you're working on a no-budget film, that saves you precious time. What it can't do is it can't give you the depth of field, which is a shame. But if you can get over that, it speeds up your workflow. And if you're working with a DOP, what you can do is go location scout, find how you want it to look, and then they've got a good idea of what kit they need to bring. The biggest downfall of this app is the price point. It's £28.99. Why are you so expensive? But that's a lot cheaper than buying a real one, because unless you've got a spare grand or two lying around, you're not going to do that. So this is probably one for DOPs who want to understand crop factors a bit better, or directors who want to help speed up that process with DOPs. And if you've got a spare 30 quid lying around, just do it, because you know what, it will save you time, it will make your life easier, and you'll probably be grateful that you did spend it. Legal stuff. Running around on set, you forget the legal stuff. Do you know why? Because it's boring. No one wants to do it. You've got better things to do with your time. The amount of times that the night before a shoot, I'm up till 2 in the morning printing off forms and then I forget them. If you have a producer, you probably don't really need to worry. But if you haven't, because you're a low budget filmmaker, you're gonna get screwed over eventually. I've actually been screwed over myself. I know other people who have. Releases by Snapwire gives you release forms on your phone or your iPad. And from there you can fill them out and sign them and get your cast and crew to do all the documentation without having to worry about the forms back at home, the pens that you haven't bought. It makes sure that you are legally sound to put out your film where you want to, because everyone's already agreed, everyone's already signed. A really nice touch is that you can add a photo for each form. So if you have a bad memory later on down the line, you don't need to try and figure out who was who. You just have it there. You have the form with their signature, their photo. They also do it for locations, and they've got about 5 or 6 different versions that you can use. For For a free app, this will save you potentially thousands of pounds. If there's any app developers out there, what I would love is an app that just has all the forms that a filmmaker might need. There used to be one called Cinema Forms. Don't know if it's still going, you can't get it in the UK. But why isn't there one that I can just download and it has everything? A call sheet, release forms, log sheet. Just have it in one place and I would buy that. I'm sure most people here would. My fifth and last but by no means least app is Spark Camera. I love Instagram, you love Instagram, we all love Instagram. But do you really want to get out your camera, go onto Premiere, make an edit and export, and then still end up getting it wrong somehow and have to do it all over again? No. What Spark Video does is it lets you edit as you shoot on your phone. And it's great because it also gives you filters like Instagram. So you can do a real quick instant film and edit, give it a little grade, upload it straight on Instagram, boom. I only found out about this app recently from a very talented filmmaker called Sam Dawson. Check him out, link below. But already I just know how to use it. It's really intuitive, really easy, really nice. Try it, it's free. And they are my 5 top apps for 2018. I'll leave a link in the description below for all of these apps. I'll also leave a link to the blog that we've written up telling you a bit more detail about them. There are other apps out there for filmmakers, but get these 5 on your phone. And if you find any other ones that you think are really great, let me know. I'll talk about it later in the year. And don't forget to check out GripUp, the company sponsoring all of these videos and helping bring film learning to you. They'll help you find cheap equipment, they're great. I'll see you tomorrow.